We have just received a message via scroll. This is dreadful news. It says you're a Hey guys, my name is Jessie Vesper. This is episode 10 of the Wig Alopecia podcast, starring me, Jessie Vesper. Hey! Can we believe that we made it to episode 10, that I committed to 10 episodes of this podcast and completed it? If you're seeing this, that means I completed it. So that's, wow, can't believe I did that. I love podcasting. I go through hell podcasting. I go through hell podcasting. Guys, I go through hell podcasting. I do. Listen, it's a lot of work to do all this, and I'm not here to complain about that, but I have to just say that I committed to 10 episodes, and now that we're here, who knows what's coming next. I have learned a lot producing these 10 episodes, specifically that you are a However, I just need to let you guys know that got hair in my mouth. I just need to let you guys know that it is a lot of work to do this, and I ran into so many technical difficulties, whether it be the videos corrupting, whether it be reshooting an episode because I was a flop, all kinds of different things have happened to me, muting the microphone. I've learned so much about editing, and I've had so much fun doing it, and I've just had fun having a silly time. I'm sure some of you have picked up on this, but I've been working on my improv and my acting a little bit. Okay, anyways, that was terrifying. Yes, and people, I am using this podcast as an avenue not just to teach you, the viewer, but also for me, the producer, the star, the talent, if you will, to learn as well. Because guys, I learn new things every day, or at least I try to. And this podcast has been a very good creative outlet for me to force myself to learn in a way that isn't just school, right? Because I'm a student. Yeah, guys, I'm a student. Okay. Well, anyways, I like to learn. I like to learn things that aren't necessarily just about my major and about the classes that I'm in. So this is a great way for me to be able to do that. And I love talking to you guys and sharing my life with you guys. Aww. That being said, this star needs to show you the outfit of the day. This outfit is a little toned down for Jessie Vesper, but I have the thrifted Legend of Zelda shirt. I have the handcrafted beaded bracelet, the Valentine's Day bracelet that I was given. I have this, which I think it was Doll's Kill, this necklace. I got this years ago, but it's got a little mushroom on it. So cute. These jeans also thrifted from the Goodwill. And guys, I have on my glitter Crocs, if you can see them. Ugh. I'm falling over. These are the editing Crocs. Okay, I wear these to edit in. They're my house shoes. I don't wear these on the street because I'm not a freaking monster. And I have my Azuku Midoriya socks on because they're green and kind of went with my shirt. Whatever. I forgot to put out my product placement. Sorry. I'm gonna start off with some memes. I mentioned last episode that I've been kind of clearing my camera roll out, guys, and I've been revisiting who I was in the past, which has been quite terrifying, and I've learned a lot about myself. Well, first, let's start with this. This was the old me, and we all start somewhere. But I didn't even start here, guys. This was just something I was going through. Who is that? That was a long sleeve shirt, and it was from American Eagle, and it was so soft and so comfortable, and I wish I had kept it. It probably wouldn't be good now. It'd probably be like all moth-eaten and whatnot, but guys, so soft, so comfortable, and I thought I looked buff in that. I feel like I'd still wear that. I recently purchased a pair of American Eagle jeans from Goodwill, and guys, this is the first time I've ever had a pair of their jeans. I will be wearing them. I have not worn them publicly yet, but they were so comfortable and they actually fit me. Can I get a round of applause for clothing, articles of fabric fitting me? Can somebody please gas me up? Because guys, I couldn't believe it. I was like, I've never been able to wear American Eagle clothing, like not pants. It was amazing. Okay, moving on. This says, when the DJ plays an absolute banger. And I related to both of these. Ladies, non-binary people. Because first of all, the fashion, okay, period. The fashion, like I would wear that orange dress. Secondly, that's me stretching in the morning. That is me rolling. That is me rolling to work. That is me getting up. That's also me just trying to do yoga. And that's also me playing my fiddle. So if you guys had any questions about this, if you have any questions about this, please let me know because that is just me and I needed to share with the class. Another thing in my camera roll that I've been revisiting lately is just the old makeup trends, the old makeup looks, not just mine, just in general. What were we doing, people? Now, I would like to say that this Wet n Wild product was a very good product. Okay, but I stumbled across an influencer who had posted this collection. I presume it was a PR collection, right? These highlighters are actually so good, and I use them so much in all the makeup looks that I used to do. Back whenever I had only launched on Instagram, this was many, many moons ago, and I freaking love these. I wouldn't use them on my skin now because I feel like I looked like a lizard. Okay, in a bad way. And by that, I mean I looked very scaly, very textured, and highlighter will do that to you. And what about it? Sometimes I want to look highlighted. Let's talk about a picture, actually. Let's talk about a makeup look. So, so for Halloween, I was like a thrown together Baby Yoda because I really just didn't have time to do a good costume. And so I contoured with green and I used a lot of highlighter. Now, there was this photo taken of me. This photo was taken of me with my friends at the party. And guys, the lighting was so dark in there, I just looked greasy. And I wasn't greasy. I was very matte, but I wore so much highlighter because I was like, I had filmed that day and wanted to look glowy under the beauty lights. This is a studio that, well, no, it's not. It's my guest bedroom that I have turned into a studio. And I use the words studio very lightly. But guys, I've got beauty lights in here. So with front lighting, right, you're looking like, you're looking snatched. Okay, we're looking snatched. We're looking snatched. We're looking pulled back face tapes. We've got it all, right? I did not look that way in this photo. No, I did not. And it was humbling. And this is why I don't wear highlight out because whenever I wear it in studio, right, it looks very different whenever you wear it in studio versus out on the street. And so, not that this was on the streets, but I was really in the trenches for that one. A humbling moment for Jessie Vesper, a humbling moment for me, a humbling moment for society, and a reminder, an omen perhaps for everyone watching to learn from my mistakes. This one just says 0 subscribers, thanks guys, and it's a YouTuber's screenshot who posted it, and that's what I should title the episode, to be honest. Oh my God, that's so funny. I literally cannot because that's how I feel on this podcast. I know we're the fastest growing podcast in the world and we don't always like update our numbers, but this is how it feels whenever I get 3 views on something that I'm producing so highly. Send this to your friends. Oh my God. Don't make me delete the internet. Why test on animals when there are people who are rude waiters? You tell me. This says me waking up in the morning and I felt this. I felt this so hard. I take off my makeup, but I feel like my eyes are puffy and I'm exhausted and I have eye boogers and real boogers and drool and my retainer's gone and this was taken in as a screenshot or saved in July of 2017. So I was feeling this way then. It's only gotten worse. It has gotten significantly worse, people. This is the last one I have in my photo stack, but it says, "My love is like a candle. If you forget me, I will burn your house down." And it's on a candle. And I love that. I think you can actually buy these. We should look. Hold on. Those candles are so funny and I need one. I want one and maybe I'll actually burn the house down with it next time you act up. We need to talk about the decay of language and specifically I'm speaking about English. I actually speak 2 languages. I speak English and I speak okay? When I'm speaking I need to let you guys know that that's when I feel like I'm really regressing in my knowledge and in my English. And you see this on Twitter. You see this actually everywhere on the internet. And I'm going to be the first to admit, hey, put your hands up if you're the problem. I make a lot of typos verbally, which would be considered stuttering. Sometimes I say words that aren't real, and sorry about that. It's usually because I'm thinking of two specific words and mix them up. I was mixing up, I'm trying to think of it. Itinerary. I was trying to say find itinerary in my head, right? I was trying to talk to my friend and my best friend. And I was talking to him and I was like, what's the word? Itinerary. And I was mixing like artillery and itinerary. I can't remember what I was saying, but I sounded like a fool. Boo Boo the Fool is who I sounded like. And I was like, can you help me? Can you help me find that word? Because sometimes you have to say big words to sound more photosynthesis. I try not to do that. I try to sound, that was a joke, people. My lord. I try to know what I'm saying. However, sometimes I say the wrong word. I make a typo in my brain because I have so much to say. Now, when I was on Twitter, aka Elon Musk's app X, which we're going to get to later, I saw somebody say, explain this in pop terms, right? I thought that was silly. It was actually on a plane crash video that I saw on Pop Crave. I thought that was silly goose behavior because first of all, how much more clear can you get than, a plane has just crashed? Like, of course, you can get more circumstances surrounding what you're talking about, right? But like, explain it in pop terms, diva. Do we need to get like Katy Perry in here to explain it to you? Like, what are we talking about? Like, you can't read the caption and know what we're talking about. So I was like, it made me mad. It agitated me. And it really just made me think because I was, huh? Explained it in pop terms? Like, girl, and of course, like, I'm going to give this person the benefit of the doubt. Okay, perhaps they were just trying to be funny. Perhaps they were trying to get top comment, which who has not tried to get top comment? I'm still trying, okay? I haven't gotten one yet. So if you guys could like my comment on this video, that would be really appreciated. But if they weren't trying to get top comment, what does that mean for our society? How far gone are we, people? I don't know. Like, I can't be explaining things in pop terms to everybody. And I know it wasn't directed at me, but I'm taking a personal grudge and offense against this because divas, dolls, and hunties, get your shit together. Hi, it's me. I'm the problem, it's me. I believe that this goes hand in hand with what I just discussed with you. Have you guys heard of the Kia Asylum? Now, I had never heard this term. I didn't know what it meant, and I had to look it up. The Kia Asylum, people, we are making things up. Not that all language isn't made up. But we're making things up, people. We're making things up. Let's just look this up, shall we? What is the Kia Asylum? Like, I drive a Kia, but my Kia does not go to an asylum. It stays in my parking lot. Kia Asylum is an internet slang term derived from Kia, which is predominantly used among the Stan Twitter community to humorously label individuals or artists who have experienced a significant downfall or lack of notoriety due to a significant downfall or lack of notoriety in their career for the last couple of years. The term was popularized in early May 2024, building on the American rapper's name Kia. Oh, okay. As a stand-in for nobody and the asylum word to form an expression similar to outdated or permanently flopped. It's really interesting how these things originate and where they come from and where they end up. And I just think that I know it's Stan Twitter and it's not that serious, so please don't dox me. But guys, why? And also, a lot of people will like to say that people flop. And I know that I have maybe said, I know that I've said that I wasn't strong enough to listen to Katy Perry's new album. I said it. I pledge to you all today that I will finish Katy Perry's album and listen to it 5 times by next episode. I'm going to do it. I am strong enough now, and I'm going to let you know my thoughts, regardless of if any of it makes it to the Song of the Week. Now, I did listen to some of it already. I listened to most of it. I think I actually listened to it fully once. But I need to get in there because Katy Perry has done nothing to me. But I need to let you guys know. I will listen to it. I will. Stop yelling. Let's take a long, hard look at ourselves, people, because I am not wearing a stitch of makeup except for my lip. I'm wearing lip liner, a lip tint, and Carmex because it looks glossy. bringing back the duck face. I don't like coming on the internet with no makeup on, but sometimes you got to. And I'm going to tell you why I have decided on episode 10 to do this. I have had a lot of laser hair removal. Gasp. Everybody's shocked. Hey, guess what? I've had a little bit of work done. Okay, I would like a lot more work done. But my experience with laser hair removal has been quite trying, to say the least. It has been hard, it has been painful, and I have some things to say about it. Today, I am letting my skin rest because wearing full coverage all the time is really bad for my skin. I have very sensitive skin and my skin needs to heal because I still am a daily shaver. I never go to work without shaving. Today, I did not shave. The last time I shaved was approximately at 4:45 a.m. yesterday. So my skin is showing a little bit of gray because I have hair coming through. It's like my shadow, and my shadow's the only one who walks beside me. Lincoln Park. Yeah, that's right. My beard shadow annoys me so greatly and I cannot wait until it's gone, but I have to let my skin rest and not shave it or wear makeup at certain times because I need the hair follicles to continue to grow and fall out because they are shedding, and it's just a painful experience. If I shave my skin every day, I get ingrown hairs and acne, and then also I feel as if it takes the hair follicle a lot longer to shed and fall out because if you don't know, that's what happens. It doesn't just zap it and it goes away forever. Well, it does zap it and it does eventually kill the hair follicle, but in my experience, I have had a really bad time and some of the hair follicles now are falling out, but it's been really painful and it's been really awful, and I still shave daily because of it. I was originally going to a place and they used a laser that was quite painful. It felt like I was getting slapped in the face every time, like hard. And I had 17 sessions with these people. You paid up front every visit, okay? And so it was, I can't remember. I'm not going to dox like how much it was, but it was a lot of money. Okay. So I was paying this, and I used to have a very full, prominent beard. Okay. That may be shocking for some of you, but I did. And I wanted rid of it. My whole life, I wanted rid of it. And I finally got the nerve to do it. So I started paying out the wazoo to get it done. And I went to these people for 17 sessions. Okay. And I had seen minimal results, but they kept telling me that, it takes time and blah, blah, blah. By the 17th session, I was like, I'm not seeing the results I'm wanting. And I was getting really fed up. And you have to sign a bunch of waivers and things, or at least I did in the state I was going to get this done in. And I just was like, screw this. I'm going to stop going and I'm going to give it a few weeks, months, and see what happens. So I stopped for about 3 months. And I did see my hair tends to get darker before the hair follicle dies and falls out. I started going to a new place and they did 6 sessions, right? So you contract 6 sessions from them, pay up front, again, a lot of money. And this laser was newer. It was more researched. It was less painful. Which was really nice. It was still very painful, but it was less painful. And I am a pretty good candidate for laser. If you don't know, if you have a lot of melanin in your skin, usually you have to get electrolysis to get rid of hair because the lasers will burn you. Since I am very pale, I am able to get that. So I was fortunate to be able to do that. The person told me that he was like the main person over it. He told me that it would be gone in 6 sessions. Now, it was not, and I was upset about this because I spent a lot of money, and they ended up giving me free laser, which was really nice and really kind. And I would just like to say, I'm not putting them on blast because I absolutely love this clinic, and they were so kind and so helpful and so wonderful. The people there are wonderful, and they continued to give me free laser afterward because I just wasn't seeing the results, and they really tried it. They gave me like 16 or 17 sessions not for free, like minus the first 6, right? So they gave me a bunch of free sessions, which was super kind of them. And I've seen major results in comparison to what I used to have. However, my beard is still not gone, and I'm still really struggling with my own self-image because whenever I look a little more masculine, it's really hard for me, right? So I still want it gone. I'm on pause right now, but I also have been giving myself laser at home with one of the at-home laser hair removal treatment things, and they're not nearly as powerful as the other ones, but I have been doing that currently. And guys, my skin is going through it. So I'm just going to hope that this keeps shedding. And I have noticed that the follicles are still dying, but I think my body just needs time to reject the hair follicles. But guys, I might go back and get electrolysis or more laser. I'm not sure what I'm doing just yet because I want rid of it. I'm tired of it. And not to go on a rant about my body because I don't think I should even be sharing this on the internet, but I want to be candid with you guys because I think it might help you guys. And I would like to also say that I love how I look. I love how I look currently. However, I would like to improve how I look. And there are some things I would love to change about myself. That doesn't mean I don't love myself where I'm at and I'm comfortable with my body where I'm at. However, I would like to do a lot more things. And that doesn't mean I hate myself either. But, sometimes you just gotta improve, and that's okay. And I hope this helps people to know that like getting laser is okay if that's what you need for you to feel comfortable in your body. But it has been really hard to not look like I would like to look in my head. And I'm going to keep working on it, but sometimes you have to have a no makeup day, and that's okay. Throw on that lip and keep it moving, right? In a few months, I might go get electrolysis because I really just want rid of this. I'm so sick of it, and I'm sick of having to shave daily, and it's just bad for my mental health in general. However, it is expensive to pay out of your own pocket. So like that's a main issue for me and a lot of people. I've been really fortunate to be able to afford to transition in the ways that make me feel more comfortable. I feel a little stuck though because, the way Medicaid and Medicare are and there's just like honestly, the overall healthcare system in America right now is crazy. You can't always get the gender affirming care that you need in this country to feel comfortable in your own body. So that has been a little troubling for me. And under this new leadership, it's a little scary, guys. It's a little scary, but I'm going to keep being myself and I'm going to keep being the Batty Bee Barbie Tings, if you will, and working on myself. So where that's going to take me, I don't know. But guess what? I look good. So I have something to react to today, but first I need to tell you guys that I dropped my reacting headphones in the candle that I lit last week because I was editing and I dropped this side right in the hot boiling wax. And guess what? Now it doesn't work. So we have a one-sided reaction today. So we know that plants are living things, right? But they scream, they make sounds. And I watched this video and I'm going to react to it with you today. I was really interested when I first saw this because it was just really cool. And like the fact that you can hear them, I like how they introed this because like you can literally hear them.
Plants do not suffer in silence. Instead, when thirsty or stressed, plants make airborne sounds, according to a study published in the science magazine Cell.
Somebody smarter than me needs to read that because I don't know, but like...
Plants that need water or have recently had their stems cut produce up to roughly 35 sound per hour, the authors found. But well-hydrated and uncut plants are much quieter, making only about 1 sound per hour.
That's so cool.
The reason you have probably never heard a thirsty plant make noise is that the sounds are ultrasonic.
They're ultrasonic
about
sounds.
20 to 100 kilohertz. That means they are so high-pitched that very few humans could hear them.
But some humans can.
Some animals, however, probably can. Bats, mice, and moths could potentially live in a world filled with the sounds of plants, and previous work by the same team has found that plants respond to sounds made by animals too.
That is so cool. They're talking about me behind my back.
To eavesdrop on plants, scientists placed tobacco and tomato plants in small boxes kitted out with microphones. The microphones picked up any noises made by the plants, even if the researchers couldn't hear them. The noises were particularly obvious for plants that were stressed by a lack of water or recent cutting.
Not recent
cutting. If the sounds are pitched down and sped up, it is a bit like popcorn, very short clicks,
what
researchers say. It is not singing. These plant sounds has been processed to make them audible to the human ear. Plants do not have vocal cords or lungs. The current theory for how plants make noises centers on their xylem, the tubes that transport water and nutrients from their roots to their stems and leaves.
That is so
Water
cool.
in the xylem is held together by surface tension, just like water sucked through a drinking straw. When an air bubble forms or breaks in the xylem, it might make a little popping noise. Bubble formation is more likely during drought stress. But the exact mechanism requires further study, researchers in the statement
That is
said.
so freaking cool.
The team produced a machine learning model to deduce whether a plant had been cut or was water stressed from the sounds it made, with about 70% accuracy. This result suggests a possible role for the audio monitoring of plants in farming and horticulture. To test the practicality of this approach, the team tried recording plants in a greenhouse. With the aid of a computer program trained to filter out background noise from wind and air conditioning units, the plants could still be heard. Pilot studies by the authors suggest that tomato and tobacco plants are not outliers. Wheat, corn, and wine
not
grapes also
alone.
make noises when they are thirsty. Previously, the same research team studied whether plants can hear sounds and found that beach evening primroses release sweeter nectar when exposed to the sound of a flying bee.
That is so cool. Pollination, people.
So plant noises are an important feature of ecosystems, influencing the behavior of plants and animals alike. The evidence isn't yet clear, according to Graham Pike, a retired biologist at Macquarie University in Sydney, Australia, who specializes in environmental science. He's skeptical that animals listen to the moans of stressed plants. It is unlikely that these animals are really able to hear the sound at such distances, he says. He thinks the sounds would be too faint. Further research should shed more light on the matter. But Graham Pike says he's perfectly willing to accept that plants squeal when
That's so
stressed.
cool. I also squeal when I'm stressed. I just thought that was really cool. Like, who knew that plants made that kind of noise? Like, my plants, like, I have a lot of plants, if you don't know that about me. Guys, mine are probably squealing because sometimes I forget to water them. I'm sorry. Okay, I try, and some of them die on me, but I try my best to keep them alive. I've saved a few of my friend's plants because he gives them to me when they're dying, but some of mine have died as well. R.I.P. to my plants and R.I.P. to Pete Burns. The plants will squeal, but I will also squeal, and I need to talk about song of the week because Shakira has been in my head lately a lot. Have you guys listened to her album She Wolf? Obviously you have. It's Shakira. But if you haven't, why? Why not? Song of the week is Men in This Town by Shakira because the song is so good. I love the song, and I know I say that about every song in the week because song of the week, every song in the week as well. But I love this song. It is so good. It bumps me back to childhood, bumps me all the way back, y'all. And I've been listening to it a lot lately because I just like it. The production of it is so good. I actually love this album a lot. It is really good. And she not only has English versions of most of the songs, if not all of them, she has Spanish versions as well. When I was in my Spanish class, I actually was listening to a lot of Shakira because it was helping me to be able to learn both languages a little bit better because I knew the English versions of these songs really well. So like when I was listening to the Spanish versions, it kind of helped me, but also I'm a flop. So, but it was really cool. I love this album. It is so good. I love her song, Men in This Town. I love her song, Gypsy, as well. That is a really good song. Very sad. Because I'm a gypsy. Are you coming with me? Like, so good. And then also, she has a little song with Lil Wayne on there. And he has a lyric on there that it's so funny. I've been saying it all the time lately because I've been revisiting the album. But he's like, Wayne's World, I'm the cashier, I change girls. And I've been saying that all the freaking time because it's so funny to me. But I love that song. It's really good. Really, really good. I love this whole album. So good. Chef's kiss to Shakira. I need to listen to Shakira's whole body of work. I feel like a flop because I haven't. Don't yell at me. Don't yell at me. I love her. She's so beautiful and Colombian. Oh, since I'm wearing my Legend of Zelda shirt, I need to let you guys know that Icon of the Week is Garaham. Garaham is from Skyward Sword. I love Garaham. Some have compared him to Jeffree Star. I also would compare him to Jeffree Star because he's so fierce. He's Fierce Diva. Fierce Diva Hunty girl. Like, yeah, the original Diva Doll Hunty, perhaps? Perhaps. However, I love Garaham. The way, the fashion, the eccentrics, the queer icon. Okay, queer icon. So Garaham is Icon of the Week today, and but guilty by association, probably Jeffree Star as well. What if Zelda was a girl, guys? Like, what if Zelda was a girl? What if? What if? That would be life-changing. I love The Legend of Zelda. I just want to sit at home and rot and play video games. I just want to rot and replay The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. Is that too much to ask? I've played that through twice. Okay? Twice. 2 times. I have. I have. The first time, I wish I knew how many hours I spent in it. Probably hundreds. The second time, I know that I've spent over 88 hours in it. I just want to rot and replay it, but Nintendo is gatekeeping. I don't have a Wii. I don't have a GameCube anymore. They're gatekeeping and won't release it. Do you think they're going to release it for the Switch too? Because I need it. Also, A Link to the Past, such a good game. Also, Four Swords. Played that with my siblings. So fun. Wow. You can expect cosplays from The Legend of Zelda coming. They're coming at some point, but they're expensive, so we're working on it. I have elf ears. I was going to wear elf ears today, but I couldn't get them to look right with this, and they weren't matching my skin tone, so I need to wear it with foundation, I think. The Legend of Zelda, I just need to play it. I need to play it again. The lore runs deep. What if Zelda was a girl? I'm going to wind down because I'm tired, and tired of you, obviously, because you haven't liked this video yet. I wanted to read you guys a poem from And the Prophet Said, because this book has been really good, and I have to take it in small bites because I like to process what I read, and I like to revisit. I've actually read this poem about 4 times, actually maybe more than that actually, because I've read it to other people, but I wanted to read it and share it with you guys. Then the woman said, "Speak to us of joy and sorrow." And he answered, "Your joy is your sorrow unmasked. And the self-same well from which your laughter rises was oftentimes filled with your tears. And how else can it be? The deeper that sorrow carves into your being, the more joy you can contain. Is not the cup that holds your wine the very cup that was burned in the potter's oven? And is not the lute that soothes your spirit the very wood that was hollowed with knives? When you are joyous, look deep in your heart, and you shall find it is only that which has given you sorrow that is giving you joy. When you are sorrowful, look again in your heart, and you shall see that in truth you are weeping for what? Nope. When you are sorrowful, look again in your heart, and you shall see that in truth you are weeping for that which has been your delight. That is not the whole poem, but I needed to read you guys that today because I have been stuck on this poem specifically because it is so powerful, and I've experienced a lot of sorrow in my life, like much of us, many of us have. Many of us have had very sorrowful things happen to us, very bad things, and all of that I just read to you rings very true in my heart because life is tough sometimes, but without the bad times, how can we really appreciate the good times? And it makes me really happy when I'm alone. So that's one of my favorite poems. It's not the whole poem, but this book has been very insightful emotionally to me. And I hope that you guys will give it a chance and read it because
they ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine.
If you want to feel things, read this. Okay. I'm not even a quarter of the way through it right now, but it hits hard, guys. I know Meme of the Week is typically silly and fun, but this week we're going to be talking about something a little more serious. Now, you guys probably know Doge. The Doge meme was one of my favorite memes. It was an iconic meme. It is an iconic meme, I would argue, but the meme meaning has changed quite a bit over the years. I loved these photos, right? Wow, very much. I loved them. I loved them, loved them, loved them. Loved this dog. I was very sad. I actually tweeted about it. I was sad whenever the dog died because we miss Doge. We miss Doge and icon forever. I love the space photos of Doge, right? That just throws me back to a simpler time. But with the rise of Elon Musk and the rise of hateful people on the internet being more prevalent than ever, I think Dogecoin is worthy to mention here as well. It's interesting how it has changed, right? The imagery has been so iconic in culture, but now it has changed meaning, right? Now that it is on a currency, even though it is a cryptocurrency, that has meaning, right? And then the memes themselves are being used in different contexts, right? We see Elon being a huge proponent of these memes, right? He is tweeting about Dogecoin and he is making the value of Dogecoin go up because of it. We're seeing Doge in our American government system now. It has been a point of contention in the media recently because of what Mr. Elon is doing with Donald Trump. And I don't want to talk about too specifically the politics surrounding that because this is a silly, fun girl podcast. We're girl bossing over here, okay? But I do think it is important for us, the viewer and the consumers in the public, to be aware of what is going on and make informed decisions surrounding those things, right? I think everybody can agree on that for the most part. Guys, Dogecoin, Doge, like, what are we doing here with this? It reminds me of Pepe. Now, Pepe is not meme of the week, but I think it is interesting to note how Pepe started and how Pepe ended up being iconic in bad and both good ways. I want to talk about Pepe for a minute here, and I think it's important for me to talk about because, hey guys, I'm white. If you hadn't noticed, I'm very white, but I prefer to be called pale because I am very pale. But as a white person, specifically a white trans woman, I think it's important for me to stand up for my brothers and sisters who are trans of color and for other people of color because I have a privilege that people of color do not. And I'm aware of that, but I think it is important for those people that have that privilege to stand up. And I'm looking at the white, cisgendered, heterosexual men. Y'all need to stand up for people of color, right? If you are not a white supremacist, you need to stand up for people, okay? You do. There are so many systemic things that happen in society that are racist and full of all kinds of bigotry. So it is important, no matter who you are, to be aware of those things. But specifically, if you are a white person, you need to educate yourself because you are not going to be affected in the same ways as people of color in society. You're just not. White nationalism is something you see in the media all the time. You also see it on social media all the time. You see it in the comment sections. You see it from our politicians. It is something that is running quite rampant recently, and I think it is very important to note this. Insider Tech has a really great YouTube video about the Pepe meme, and I'm going to link it down below for you guys so you can easily find it, but I would highly suggest all of you watch it. It really inspired me to talk about the Doge meme and the Dogecoin a little bit and how society has really changed the meaning of the meme overall and what it means now that it's such a political figurehead, right? In September of 2016, the Anti-Defamation League added Pepe to their list of symbols that are hate symbols. And I think this is really important to note because a lot of people, I didn't even know this until recently, but a lot of people don't know that the Pepe meme is in our region in America considered a hate symbol. And I think that Doge, not to the same degree, but I feel like as time has progressed, it isn't the fun, silly space memes that I came to know and love. It's a familiar face. I see this Doge. I see this dog and I see a familiar face, right? It's associated with funniness. It's associated, at least in my mind, and associated with, pleasant times on the internet. But as time has progressed and my internet behaviors have changed, I've noticed like a shift of what people use this meme for. Similarly, the Pepe meme was being used for white nationalism. And this video does a much deeper, better analysis and rundown than I could ever do. And I would highly suggest you guys watching it because it was very insightful and very interesting. But I would like to note here as well that in Hong Kong, that the Pepe meme became a symbol of freedom. It meant a very different thing. And the author has spoke out publicly about that Pepe meme means love. Okay, Pepe means love, and ideally they do not like what all the people on the internet have been doing with their symbol. But regardless, whenever you post things on the internet, sometimes it's taken out of your control. Right, you can't always control. You should, when you post, I've said this publicly before, but whenever you post, it's out of your hands. Either everybody sees it or nobody sees it, and you should be aware that both things can happen, right? And with the Pepe meme, it's really scary what it can mean, and it's really scary what it has become. And I hope that this isn't what's happening with the Doge meme, because I love the Doge meme, and I know it's just a photo of somebody's dog, right? But symbols mean things, just like the meant things, and it means different things in different cultures. Memes mean things like that now, and I don't mean to sound all pretentious and profound, but it is interesting to me how we are using meme culture as a society, specifically Elon Musk, because what he has done with Doge is really turn it into a cult and turn it into quite the white nationalist symbol. And we're seeing that in our government now. And that is quite daunting to me and it is quite scary. At the end of the day, they may be fun characters or a cute dog, but the symbolism behind those things has definitely shifted, right? And the belief systems behind those things have shifted as well. And I worry that if we're perpetuating white nationalism, where are we going from here? Are we regressing as a society? And I know this is a little deeper than we're used to talking about on this podcast, but if that's something you guys are interested into talking about, please let me know because I will butcher it and stutter through it. But those are just some thoughts that I've been having. Like, what is our obligation as the audience to contribute to society, like when perpetuating these memes? And how does that affect our culture and society as a whole? I don't know. I don't have all the answers, guys, but I think we need to be aware of what we're consuming. Wake up, people! Wake up! Wake up! I don't want to wake up. There's a lot of love and hope in the world today, and we need a lot more of it. But I think if we keep perpetuating good things, we can really help each other. So don't lose hope if you are feeling glum, because I've been feeling quite glum lately, and that's okay. But love and time are the two most precious things we have to share with this world. And I hope that you guys will remember that and continue to share positivity into the world. But if you don't, feel free to leave me a hate comment because I could use the engagement. That being said, I'm inspired that Pepe became a meme over in Hong Kong and a symbol of democracy and of, hope and love in some ways because it is imagery and imagery can be reclaimed and rebranded and relaunched. And I think that is pretty cool. So don't get too down in the dumps over a meme, but also try to be aware of what you're consuming. I'm trying to be a more conscientious. Why can't I get that word out? Conscientious consumer. I'm trying to be more conscious about what I'm consuming. Okay. And I hope you guys will be too, both content and what we eat, what we put into our bodies and our soul and our hearts and our minds. That's been on my mind a lot lately. Anyways, we're going to end on something very special and near and dear to my heart. I need you guys' help to find this lip stain, okay? It comes in a package like this. My grandma gave this to me before she passed away, and I did not ask her where it was from. It had no branding because she had already opened the package and used it. Guys, let me just show you how much I have left. Okay, that is it. That is all that is in this little container. Guys, it has no branding. It has no shade name. It is just, this is what it is. This is what it is, and this is all I have. It is my favorite lip tint, and it's messy. You can see my little lip marks on there, but it dries down. I'm not wearing it today, but it dries down pink, and it's like a satin almost when it goes on. If you guys can find this for me, if you guys can let me know what this is, or if you can let me know a dupe that is remotely similar, I will literally marry all of you. I will marry all of you and I will give you each a hug, okay? That is a cookie even, but I really need this product because I'm saving the last few uses of it because it is all I have and it is my favorite lip product ever and I need it. I need it. Please guys, if anybody knows, please tell me, let me know. Thanks. Okay. Thank you guys for watching and stimulating your brains with me. I will catch you in episode 11 of the Wig Alopecia podcast next week. Goodbye.